Hey folks, this is Catfish Don, as they're starting to call me now. I see a lot of people have got their own channels going and their own sayings and Facebook posts. Alfonso's one of them. I love Alfonso. Sure wish Morgan Freeman would start one. Anyway, I'm probably going to post this. I want to respond to, I've got several Facebook posts going today, or I see several that are leaning toward racism remarks that whites are making. This all comes up because another church burned to the ground this morning here in South Carolina. And as I said early this morning, that I thought maybe it was lightning because there were storms in the area, and I didn't think that they would do that in South Carolina. But as it turns out, the last preliminary report on the news this evening, about 5:45, was that they've ruled out arson. Now, there's an FBI team looking into it, but the local fire department and inspectors, they've ruled out arson there, and they're not sure what caused it yet, but and I pretty much called it this morning. Of course, got myself jumped on because of the comments that I put on somebody else's post about the entire episode. The individual even came back and said, "You people." You people. Isn't that racist in itself? Oh, that's all right. Oh, that's only if white folks use it. Anyway, here's the reason for my post. Years and years and years ago, oh, by the way, Dukes of Hazzard's been pulled off the air because it's got a rebel flag on it. Nothing ever was said, meant, whatever, for the entire program, the entire time watching it, that the rebel flag was racist back then. But because TV Land thinks it is, and we won't get into it. Corporate America, love it, don't you? All right, I'm rambling. Let me get back to what I wanted to point out. I understand that the Confederate flag, stars and bars, whatever you want to call it, is racist to a lot of people. And I get that. And it probably is to some. I used to have it. Shoot, I put it on the side of my stock car years ago, long before Dukes of Hazzard. 1976, 77 in Altus, Oklahoma. And I was in the Air Force at the time. My CB handle was New York Rebel. To me, the flag stands for rebellion. You're rebelling against something, just like they did in the South back in 1860. They rebelled against what was going on in the country, the North versus the South. Okay. Civil War was fought over numerous things. Some people say it was slavery. Some people say it was the repression of the North. So who knows? Here's my idea. Why don't we take down the Confederate flag from all state, city, government agencies? Leave it where the Confederate memorials are. Leave it on a Confederate's grave. We have up in Clearwater, Graniteville, South Carolina, there's a cemetery up there that's got a lot of Confederate buried. We need to leave it there so we know where we came from. But I suggest that we take it down and quit displaying it on city, state, federal, county, all those lands. Now, at the same time, why don't we stop using the term African American? Why? Because I'm not European America, but my family came from Europe, French, German, and English. Come to think of it, the only ones that can be called American, Native Americans, not Indians, Native Americans. So, let's take down the flag off the state capitol. And it's actually not on the Capitol. It's on a Confederate monument. That's here and there. But let's really, really think about, if we want to stop all the racism in this country, we're all Americans. Born and raised here or legally immigrated here and became citizens. I have 2 Filipino sister-in-laws. They are both Americans. They're not Filipino-American, they're Americans. I have several friends that are black. They're not African-American. They're black. I'm white. Filipino. Indian. We're all Americans. Let's act like Americans. Let's put America back where it needs to be. We're Americans. Not black, not white, not European American, not African American, not Filipino American. Americans. All Americans. Okay? It's just my 2 cents. You can like it. You can not like it. But that's what we are. We're also all human. Let's start acting like it.